was.
Well, hell, after any of the good arcs were over, fuck. Anyways, we're live.
Goody.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Unofficial Commentary. Today, we're watching Next Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow, a movie that kept being advertised on very. Anyways, it's a movie that kept being advertised on Marvel DVDs and Blu-rays of the era. And I eventually wound up watching on YouTube and I remember it as being pretty good. Like
Yeah.
better than the previous movies by like not necessarily better than Doctor Strange, but better than the other previous movies quite significantly. This movie is like the only Marvel animated feature that I remember having any serious following, as in like there's an actual comic book based on this that had a big following and that people liked it. People wanted it to keep going. And then I remember fans of this movie being really pissed off at Age of Ultron, which is part of the reason why I used that picture from Age of Ultron as the thumbnail. Anyways, are you ready,
Right.
Kevin?
Well, yeah. I don't really have all that much connection to it. I just kind of saw like maybe a couple snippets of it,
Yeah, I gotta be
but
honest, I don't
that's
remember it all
about it.
that well. So there's probably a lot of things that'll surprise me in, remembering it and rewatching it. So, are you ready?
Yep.
Let's get started in three, two, one.
Lionsgate. Marvel. Aww. How adorable. I believe that's Tom Kane.
All of these guys, you know, hmm. The Vision wasn't part of any previous movie, nor was Hawkeye.
So, what on earth?
It,
So, this is just a very confusing
it would have
continuity.
been really, really cool if you guys had actually
Shown
shown us
this.
any of this.
Well, yeah.
The Queen, the the goddess of the fucking weather.
Oh,
Oh,
hi,
I
Ultron.
I wonder whose face that might be.
And unlike in Age of Ultron, he's actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Some of this still art is kind of lame. Like, it looks a bit low res.
Ultron
Oh,
is
New
a
Jersey. Look at this! There's style to the animation! It's still kind of shitty, but there's some style to it. It's not like it's trying to be hyper realistic. It's almost like that
yeah.
isn't a benefit when you have shitty animation.
Mm-hmm.
MLG. Pew, pew, pew.
No. It's got to have the sounds of a lot of hyperventilation. Just go.
Hey, Kevin Feige was an executive producer on here. Craig Kyle. What? Produced by Gary Hartla.
Oh, and as it turns out,
Yeah, directed by Jay Oliva. and
I'm
screenplay
so
by.
reminded of I'm so reminded of the fact that Totally Not Mark is trying to get his videos back from Age of Ultron, or
Oh
rather
yeah.
from Toei, because Toei is run by asshats. Meanwhile,
Hmm.
12 years later, back to the actual fucking movie. Why would they use the term pixie to describe Wasp?
Being mm, um poetic, I suppose.
Hello, small child.
And I do mean small.
Ouchies. Ouchie ouch.
What are you, a Green Lantern?
Perhaps he is.
Hey, look at that. There's lines around things. It's not all bleeding together.
Meanwhile, I'm reminded of the fact that Tom Kane's vocal cords ended up taking a major hit to the point where he had to retire.
Yeah,
And he voiced not only Tony Stank in this movie, but also Ultron.
he he did the voice of Sam Loomis in H20.
Among other things.
What the fuck?
Really, Pim?
I think she might be the true king of England.
How do you figure?
Oh, she pulled that sword from the stone.
But she's not Arturia Pendragon.
I. That was a really bad cut because she was flying and then everything changed, but the animation doesn't look like shit.
Wow. Rogers is sleepy.
Hmm.
Surprised he does. I'm surprised Zari doesn't have a dialect similar to either T'Challa or.
Mother's hair in his father's eyes.
God, he is an irresponsible little prick, isn't he?
Yeah, they. I'm noticing there's some like lack of detail on some of the animation here, but at least it's in the background. Yeah, now you know. Like, how did it take them? What was it? 4 movies to figure that out?
Wow, what a royal bitch. Not
Have we?
Torrance and James.
Wow, have you seen Dragon Ball Z lately?
Oh, hi, Tony.
That is
Why does
so
why
Admiral
does
Yularen. All he
Nazari's
needs.
X little look a little you notice it too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks off.
He played Gandalf and Dumbledore in Lego Dimensions.
Tom Kane?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's also Magneto in Wolverine and the X-Men.
Cool.
Shame shame. It's still a shame what happened to him. I'll miss his voice.
The hell? He was the Anchorman in Dracula 2000?
Oh, and he was also Bob from Teen Titans.
The fuck?
What do you think, you little nitwit?
It's. The Terminators are here, dumbass!
Your dad made them.
Dracula 2000 has far too good of a cast for as shitty as it is.
Why? What happened?
Oh, it's just not a very good movie, but it's got Gerard Butler, Johnny Lee Miller, Christopher Plummer, fucking too many people. Nathan Fillion is in it. Tom Kane is in it.
Oh my god. They
You
try
would
to
like
draw.
this bitch.
They try to draw Nazari like he's a friggin' Bruce Timm character.
They gave James Bucky's jacket. See that? You see that, right?
Yeah. At the very James's physique looks fine, but Nazari's is the most jarring.
High vision. Uh Your eyes are glowing red. I think there might be something wrong.
I have to imagine how it must have been for Paul Bettany to realize that he wasn't just going to be voice acting in the MCU.
Yeah.
So, in
Look at that fade out rather than lingering on the shitty background art. I hate to dwell on the animation so much, but it is a marked improvement from the previous movies. It's absurd. Why
yeah.
weren't why weren't any of them half this good? Aside from Doctor Strange, I mean.
For whatever reason, they don't have a credit for Vision in this.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Oh,
did
that's
you
fucking
get it?
hilarious. Sean McDonald.
Hmm?
Sean McDonald, according to IMDb.
Ah. I mean, and yet you didn't, and yet you were confused by the sound in the alarm. Unless, of course, you were confused about something else.
Hmm.
Oh, gee, it's almost like Tony didn't want to worry you kids. Dude, trouble always finds you guys. Younger, you mean?
Funny how it said like 12 years later, and it looks like most of them haven't aged 12 years, you know?
Rutro. The Robot Avengers.
Why don't you call them by
Captain
their
America.
names?
Black Panther. Are Hank? How much of his dad's actual intelligence was inherited?
Apparently none of his common sense.
I don't understand why Tony would ever be poetic about the Avengers.
Nah.
Wow, Nazari, you're not even remotely subtle. Oh, and James Rogers in this movie is voiced by Noah Crawford.
Yeah. Yeah. This is really missing the kind of, musical cues that would make this work really well. Like, you know, just having a bit of a. But you know, Marvel kind of fucked up the potential for a next Avengers movie back in 2015. So,
Yep. Dude. Dude. Robot odds don't have guts. Ay, ay, ay. The fuck do you think?
are you fucking kidding me, dumbass? Do you not know who the frickin' Knight is?
I just I just be tempted to whack him over the head with a stick just to see just realizing how stupid he is.
Yeah.
Hank, this is your goddamn kid. I am
Could have
being
had like
incredibly loud.
it would have been like imagine they had him going and you know playing like a little bit of. Why is there a star on half of his chest that's red? Is it supposed to be the
I
Black Widow thing?
I don't know.
Yeah. The designs are a little bit weird, but they're actually really good because they have style. Also, why are they so? Why are the Iron Avengers so giant?
He's like, be gone. Tony'd be like, all right, who activated them? Who did this? Torin? No. Really, Hank? Hank,
I
are
can
you
hear
this?
I can hear so much of Admiral Yularen in that voice. I can't unhear it.
Say goodbye, Tammy. Dude, that's a girl's name. I need to show you the Employee of the Month episode from Teen Titans. It's fucking hilarious. Well, we're already gonna lose these guys since Ultron, has this thing where he's able to control machinery.
Yeah. That's why I'm not trusting Vision right now.
He's awful sus. God damn it, who did it? Who did this?
No, no.
Meanwhile, or whatever they did with Tom Kane's voice for Ultron is just amazing.
War has fallen in the galaxy. I can't get over this. That sounds so much like Admiral Yularen. Like when he shouts, you know?
I can tell that you're a fan of. I can tell you're a fan of the Clone Wars series that.
Oh yeah, I fucking love the Clone Wars show.
The thing with with that show, it's like I feel like it tried too hard or to really tell all this long narrative when there isn't really that much time to place all of it.
Yeah, one of the problems I had with it was they produced, aired, and they produced and aired the episodes out of order. I don't
Fun
like
fact:
how that wound up.
Christopher Lee actually did voice Count Dooku just for the movie,
Yep.
not for the show.
Oh yeah. That was
And
neat, although it was
contrary
kind
to,
of a jarring transition from movie to show.
at the very least, Corey Burton does do a good Christopher Lee impression.
Oh yeah.
Well, there goes Giant Man. Do you think you fucking idiot? Oh. We already lost Widow.
Yep.
Funnily enough, in the Marvel What If, where Ultron was able to take Vision's body, Ultron was able to kill every Avenger except for Hawkeye and Widow, and Hawkeye had lost an arm that he replaced with a prosthetic one.
Kind of like Marvel Zombies Black Panther. Assimilate. Assimilate.
Anyway, and Black Widow. And Black Widow and Hawkeye were going to Russia to find what's his face? Zola, so that they could hack into Ultron.
Oh, hey, that was a really high res, high detail shot there.
Interesting. Anyway, so basically Ultron. So after Ultron nuked the world and destroyed it all but two humans on Earth. He took the Infinity Stones from Thanos, who had just conveniently arrived with 5 out of 6 of them, despite Gamora still being alive.
That's absurd.
They clearly do not think ahead on these things. So Ultron with the 6 Infinity Stones goes to terminate the rest of the universe. Or to the point where he's just pretty much all alone and he's killed off Captain Marvel.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
However, he hears the Watcher's voice.
Is that a kryptonite laser, Iron Man?
Why on earth would Tony leave out quite a number of these details?
That's a good question.
Anyway, so Ultron gets into a big scuffle with the Watcher while Natasha and Clint activate Zola. However, they can't seem to find Ultron since Ultron is fighting across the multiverse. He eventually gets the Watcher to flee, but then loses him after a while.
That's not how physics works.
It really isn't.
Shooting him down while flying is not a good thing.
Anyway. So you act as if he could move!
This thing.
This thing, you dum-dum. Anyway, so Clint Barton, who's long lost the will to live, takes out a bunch of Ultron drones before they could get to him and Natasha. Before they could get to Natasha and Zola, who possessed an Ultron drone. And well, let's just say getting caught back up to the fight. It's Strange Supreme from episode 4 is like
zombie stuff, like that. Somebody cutting off a zombie infected thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Anyway, so Ultron. So the Watcher talks to Strange Supreme, who was in the 4th episode of What If. And And the Watcher's like, you know what? You're right. Maybe I should intervene and get at the other and assemble a team of multiverse Avengers to help out. And fun fact, there was going to be an episode to explain the alternate version of Gamora that helps out with the Watcher. But unfortunately, due to an unknown virus of unspecified origin, we couldn't get that. We can't see anything! There's static on the screen!
Why is this shot such low res compared to the others?
I don't know.
Did they forget to process the effects correctly?
Oh, the sat. Oh, Vision's out of power. I think he meant by recharge required.
And you have
Woman.
a breastplate in the most literal sense.
Kind of reminds me of how Cordelia from Fire Emblem compensates for her lack of cleavage with that massive breastplate. And yet she's such a perfectionist. Son of one of the smartest characters in the Marvel multiverse, ladies and gentlemen. Wow.
He probably inherited the intelligence, but not actually the brain power to use it, you know?
That's fucking lame. You think? What was that? Nazari, your pecs are just like... I can't help but feel like his pecs are separate from the rest of his body.
Well, some of these designs look like they were made by completely different people in completely different art styles, but,
They're trying to mimic Bruce Timm.
yeah, and honestly, I prefer that to whatever the fuck was going on with the previous movies, say, Sans Doctor Strange, you know?
Oren, she did. What was that?
Why did you just stand there and take that?
Can we just get Thor shouting Viva Las Vegas? Because that was actually a funny bit in
that
Marvel
hurt.
What If. So his shield is just holographic vibranium then?
That's absurd, but, you know.
Oh, Torin and
But the laser shield thing isn't something that didn't exist beforehand. I think they actually took the... Oh my god, now I know where they got the idea for a Avengers video game cap shield from. Those are the sound effects from
Yoink!
Doom.
Which one?
Well, the original. Yoink, yoink, yoink.
Oh, There's Barton.
Oh my god. It's
What?
it's
His name is Francis Barton.
that's not what I'm trying to say. His name is it's Squall Leonhardt.
Were you really? How and what way does he look like Squall?
He has the jacket and the pants.
Just the jacket. Just the jacket and
I
pants.
suppose that's probably not
Squall
enough.
has Squall has the brunette emo
Yeah.
hair as well as a long scar going down his face. Ace from like. You sure about that? Especially the one, especially the one who's supposed to be my creator's son. Wait a minute, this is just repeated footage from the other parts of the movie.
Yeah. Actually selling Ultron as a credible villain. Hmm.
To be fair, they were trying to. To be fair, I did enjoy the aspects of Ultron being like a sociopath.
Yeah,
And
that was a good one. But
in Age of Ultron, and James Spader was an excellent casting choice.
yeah. Hey, maybe give him to Electro Boy and let him kickstart him.
You really expect Thor or to come to you every time you need help? Um, I'd actually, I'd actually buy him being more Hawkeye than say, a certain.
A certain lady from a certain new show.
Yes,
Yeah.
Kate Bishop.
Where the fuck were you guys when I needed your help? I got my ass kicked by robots, you dumbass.
And the robots started learning how to twerk just to troll him. He's just like, what is this? Why are you even?
That is an excellent shot, and it only lasted a little bit.
Insensate.
I could do this all day.
I could do this all day. I could do this all day. It's not like I actually care, you baka. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Did you get dropped on the head as a kid?
Well, considering this is Hank Pym's son we're talking about, that might be a possibility.
Oh God, you're right.
Don't think we've forgotten how much of an abusive dickbag he kind of was.
I hated that turn in the fucking comics.
Hence why Hank was rewritten in the MCU.
He wasn't anything like that, and then they started turning him like that, and then it never went away. Rather than just fucking retconning it like everything else.
Ultron ended up taking all the abusive dickhead parts of Hank Pym, and without any of the positives. Because it's like he has only the negative understanding of the human and psyche, but he doesn't have any of the positives. Which I kind of understand how that makes Ultron into an interesting character in the comics. Sometimes the comics doesn't translate all that well.
Yeah, some things are just not not that good.
He's like, yeah, we're not wasting any time. Let's go.
Yep.
What do you think, dipshit?
Boy, this is the worst security I've ever fucking seen.
And this is supposed to be from fucking Ultron, of all people.
Mm-hmm.
Whom, by the way, has the same as similar abilities to that of Mega Man X's Sigma.
Hey. Oi, mate.
Hi, mate, why is your walkway bad CG? You can fly! Okay, to be fair, that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
You really think so?
We should.
You
We are
fucking idiots! So does Ultron just have a trophy case just so he could Fortnite dance in victory every time he looks at him?
Look at how he's like strolling forward proudly with his shoulders thrown back, and how earlier he was like stalking forward like
Hmm.
Why is
Like I
Iron
said,
Man all one word?
I don't know. Like I said, I just now imagine Ultron undoing a Fortnite dance every time he approaches this trophy case to remind himself that he's won. How convenient.
I like this. I really like this. This is a great This is a great moment.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that really stuck with me when I watched this the first time.
I can see why. Really? Were you Ultron be like, were you really that fucking stupid? Oh wait, you're Hank Pym's son?
Yes, he does. He's got super strength. Enhanced. Yeah, I was gonna say. And like Captain America, you, James, can do this all day.
It's not like I wanted to help you, baka! Oh my god, we get it. Hey, you love us.
Ow.
Can you imagine if he pulled out the boxing glove arrow? Ultron just be like, stop everything. What the fuck is this? Boxing glove arrow? Does that even make any sense? You attacked me, a robot, with a boxing glove? Why? Alex, seriously, can you picture that?
Yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that.
Well, it's a good thing he can respawn that shield whenever. He's like, I have to do everything, don't I? And just like their predecessors. Gee, I wonder if Joss Whedon watched this movie. Could you tell if he watched this movie?
Oh, he didn't. If he did, he didn't fucking like it. He certainly didn't pay any attention to certain aspects of the film.
Tony Stark. Tony Stark. Worst idea ever. Azari just eating fish like the kitty cat that he is. Oh, hi, Betty.
Why was the Hulk never something that Tony brought up to y'all?
No, know, dipshit.
Well, if he was, he probably would have done it by now.
Hulk being a pussy-ass bitch? Hmm.
Uh,
Since when was before Infinity War, or has Hulk been a pussy-ass bitch? He was a 2-bit punk when Tony first met him. He was a 2-bit punk when he died. You've never seen that some of the exchanges from MVC3, have you?
no, I had it for about a week, and I didn't have that much time to play it.
Ultimate MVC3 is like $20 on PSN.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it, I guess.
Ultimate MVC is the one that has Hawkeye and a bunch of others. Betcha she gets the sword back.
Well, I'll bet you. I have to treat it as an absolute certainty.
Oh my god!
Ah,
He lacks any form of tact whatsoever, just like his dad.
Frank subtle as a brick Barton.
Yep. Oh, hi, Banner.
Guys, can we maybe
Hocus.
get some more additional resolution on these zoom shots?
Bitch. Why is Spider-Man freshman year an animated show instead of a live action thing?
I can't remember what that is.
Freshman year is going to be the
Oh God.
is going to be
In
part of
November
the
2021,
MCU.
the Avengers, the animated series Spider-Man Freshman Year was announced, which would explore Peter Parker's origin story. Spider-Man's origin is being relegated to a fucking animated spin-off in the MCU, and I want to fucking punch somebody. Anyways.
Well, hopefully they'll actually get Tom Holland to voice him. You understand what I mean, right?
What did you say?
I'm like, I hopefully they'll at least have Tom Holland in that show, unlike in Marvel's What If,
Oh yeah,
where they just casted a sound alike. Even though they could get quite a few of the other Marvel actors.
just have him run the fucking lines while he's in the booth for something else. It's not like they couldn't have done that.
They did that for Haley Atwell, Sam Jackson, Jeremy Renner, Sebastian Stant, and Dominic Cooper, Stanley Tucci, Neil McDonough.
Look at that! They're not looping the animation correctly on James's. Now it's looping correctly.
Oh my god.
One shot it wasn't looping correctly, it was jumping around, and this in the
They
subsequent
also
shot it
had
actually worked.
they also had the late Chadwick Boseman, Karen Gillan, Michael Rooker, Digimon Hanso, John Connie, Josh Brolin, Benicio del Toro, Kurt Russell, Sean Gunn, Chris Sullivan, and Seth Green, Denai Guerrera. You get the idea.
Why are you making it sound mechanical when it's supposed to have an echo?
I don't know. Oh, and for whatever reason, they didn't have Dave Bautista voice Drax.
Yeah, Batista was kind of pissed off about that.
He's like, why didn't you guys call me? I would have done it.
Yeah, they didn't even fucking call him. That's the weird thing.
Of course, since RDJ's contract with the MCU wore out, they couldn't get him back for Iron Man. Oh, Frank Grillo is also in the show.
Well, it's always nice to see him getting work, but
he's barely gotten any in the Marvel What If.
Crossbones is just fucking worthless. He does one thing that's... Why is Black Widow acting like she's Spider-Man? I know it's a robot, but that's not her thing.
I don't fucking know.
I put out the Ultron signal.
Angsting. So much angsting. Cookie. You're not going to get that unless you've seen Phineas and Ferb. The robots aren't worthy.
That looks like the Master Sword from Wind Waker. Now imagine this. Imagine this with the Thor theme from the first movie playing.
Oh, hell yeah.
That would have been amazing, but we can't do that because everyone who would have the characters are all either dead or not together.
Well, not only that, this movie was released 3 years before Thor came out.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're not Mark Grayson.
Why does the shield have one design up close and another design from wide shot?
I don't know.
Well, she didn't say fate, so... Her boobs are much smaller.
How do you feel about Batroc the Leaper?
Batroc the Leaper?
The guy who Cap fought on the ship in Winter Soldier?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that guy was just kind of there, wasn't he?
Well, he is in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, reprised by the same actor.
Yeah, I haven't watched that because I don't give a shit.
Neither do I.
I mean, you know, he's pretty cool in the UFC, you know, George St. Pierre. I say pretty good. But you know, you get my point.
Right. Daka, 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 daka.
Hey, maybe aim for his legs. You know, the thing that isn't protected by the shield. You know, Spider-Man was a member of the Avengers at this point. Where the hell is Mayday Parker?
Perhaps Peter was trying to get with Gwen Stacy instead.
Eh. Don't gloat for too long.
Premature jubilation, as Jeremy A. Scott would say.
Tony, do you not have any extra suits you could be wearing right now that would make you less of a squishy man?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome!
Yes. And they say and yet when Legolas did that same thing, it's like, oh, it's totally ridiculous. And I'm like, it's Legolas.
Legolas is fucking awesome.
Yes, he is. Oh, so now Tiny Kid is giant?
Tiny Kid is giant now. Repeat, he is giant now.
I'm too much of a pussy.
I'm scared of the Hulk more than I'm scared of the guy who's actually trying to kill me.
Punch him in the face!
I figured it out. We need to hit them really hard. Oh, nice slap bracelet there.
What? Hey, if you have the electricity powers of Storm, does that also imply that you have the abilities to manipulate the weather as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's the fucking thunderstorm? I'd summon up a fucking tornado. Well, they never actually mention that his mom is Storm, so... And, you know... They've kind of royally fucked up one of my favorite ships in the original Marvelverse by breaking up Storm and Black Panther, so meh. They also did that with you know, Peter and MJ. They did that earlier.
Oh, so now he has to rely on the actual vibranium shield?
Well, that's Iron Cap's shield, not his vibranium shield, but yeah. You know what one of the advantages of having the physical shield was, is that you could throw it. You know what one of the advantages of Cap's laser shield in the comics was? He could also throw it. A bunch of wasps! It's a nest of wasps! No, they're wasps!
Or wasp, dipshit.
I love how James looks at him like, is this kid fucking dumb? Punch him in the nuts!
What?
Were you wearing the purple pants? Then you deserved it.
You know the you know the the first Earth clip of Spider-Man No Way Home has him and Ned just going dude at each other.
Yeah, after some of the worst green screen effects I've ever fucking seen.
But then and MJ's like dude,
Left
and
her
I'm
up
just
on
like,
top of a fucking, crane.
which I'm like, Pete, in your panic, you
Why is
unintentionally
MCU
created
Peter
a.
Parker such a spaz?
He's a zoomer, Alex.
Not all Zoomers are spazzes.
I know.
Spazzi.
I know.
Hmm.
But you get the idea, right?
Yeah, I gotcha. Thanks, Hulk! We needed that. Yes. Incredibly on-the-nose dialogue, but yeah. I am Ultron, I do not forgive, I do not forget. I am Legion.
And Alex, at the very least, that green screen in the movie is still better than any of the CG from Black Widow, Eternals, and Shang-Chi.
Yes, quite unfortunately, yes.
Wish we could have gotten better green screen, but that's not the hands we were dealt.
How much you bench? Hey, that's not fair.
Boxing glove arrow, come on! You suck!
Why? Yeah, you've got all those gimmick arrows, why don't you have a boxing glove?
Can you imagine Hawkeye's reaction to the boxing glove arrow? He'd just be
Put it in
like,
the back end stock explosion effect.
no, he'd just be. Torrin barely even fought Thor in this movie. Okay. Subtitles said word, while Altorin said
Yeah.
word.
I wonder if, I wonder if there's any way I could isolate the dialogue from this and replace it with music from the movies.
I'm sure you could. Wow, all that build up and she can't even pierce him. Oak no want help. Oh, and when the multiverse Avengers end up getting assembled to take down Ultron, it's like Natasha gets in the arrow that contains Zola, and Zola is able to successfully assimilate him. The fact that that was what got him up is fucking hilarious.
I was almost expecting him to German suplex Ultron, but that
This
works
is
too.
but this is the Hulk we're talking about, Alex.
Yeah. You want a piece of me? No, I want two.
Yep, Ultron is totally dead now, guys. Uh-oh. Sir?
Yes, sir, Mr. Hulk, sir. I'm sorry, Mr. Hulk, sir. Please stop. Please don't hit me, Mr. Hulk, sir. Your fists are
They
big and
look
green.
they sadly look down at Hank's legs. They're like, dude, did you just piss yourself? I can't help it when I'm scared. Just make Hank sound as much like Krillin as possible. Yep, Ultron is totally 110% dead. He is never coming back. Well, shit.
To the moon? To the sun? To a black hole.
Aww. She's then like, oh shit, in hindsight, this was a bad idea.
And Ultron's
Now,
just floating in space, and he eventually runs into the Borg.
assimilate, assimilate. And then Ultron's like, no, you. He pulls out an Uno reverse card and then he assimilates the whole Borg into him. Ultron be like, yeah, I just did that.
Oh, Thor, where the fuck were you? We needed your help
Remember,
down there, dumbass.
remember, Asgard was his duty, not Earth.
But, okay, well, at least that's more in character than him giving up the fucking throne to Valkyrie in the fucking end of Endgame. But, you know, whatever.
Let's never talk about Tessa Thompson again.
Oh, we'll have to, though.
No, we won't.
Are we not going to watch Phase 3 of the MCU?
Well, yeah, but we don't need to talk about Valkyrie at all.
True, 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 true. Welcome, Woody boy and stranger.
Oh my god. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
And so the day was saved. About damn time.
Yeah.
Well,
Hmm.
oh, we just saved the Earth from Ultron.
Hey, why didn't anybody do that 12 years ago? Hey, maybe we should go hunt down Wolverine, wherever he is, and send him back in time so they can kill Hank Pym and Tony Stark before they create Ultron.
Fuck yeah.
Tell me you know what I'm talking about.
I think.
The original Age of Ultron comic was basically about them, like, future Wolverine came back in time to kill Tony Stark and Hank Pym before they created Ultron.
Oh my
And,
god.
yeah.
This was at least a somewhat okay movie.
Yeah,
Give it
and it
like a
had decent
6.
animation.
I give it
I
like a
remember,
6 out of
like,
10.
I'd actually go a 7 out of 10, but hey, I did watch this movie when I was a kid and have fond memories of it. And, I was thinking it was going to be, really cool, because it looked like they were putting Black Widow and Cap together in, Winter Soldier, and then Age of Ultron happened, and I kind of didn't like it anymore. I kind of didn't like the MCU in a lot of ways after that.
Yeah. So did you want to do Invincible episode 5 today, or did you want to
My voice is getting to a point where I don't want to talk a whole lot anymore. So, oh, hey, concept art. That's cool. Fill the credits with the concept art. Like a certain other superhero film from 2004 did.
which was
Only the best Fantastic Four movie ever made.
The Incredibles.
Yes.
It's weird that Alan Oppenheimer once voiced Gentleman Ghost.
I love looking at the concept art for things like this, because it shows you what might have been, and it shows what might still be, because the concept art sticks around, They're not going to throw that away. That's out there
Yeah.
forever, and, you get oh wow, he looked like a Bruce Timm character from the very get-go. He looked more like Beast Boy than Robin, though.
Oh my goodness.
This music sounds kind of Star Warsy.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna be doing a quote unquote best film of 2012.
I wouldn't go that far, but it is a pretty damn good. I
Why do you
wouldn't go
think
that far, but it was a pretty damn good film.
Why do you think I said quote unquote?
Maybe one of these days we can get around to the actually best film of 2012.
Which is
Les Miserables. I'm kidding, it's The Amazing Spider-Man.
that's a good joke.
I'm actually not kidding about that second one. Although I liked Skyfall. Skyfall is like number 2.
I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into lizards.
Skyfall,
Really, Alex? That's your pick for best Spider-Man movie when Spider-Man also dented the goddamn goalpost with throwing a football and nobody saw that?
Superman
or the fact
dented the post of the fence by grabbing onto it and nobody saw that.
At least that's excusable, because it's
The Hobbit
a fucking
one
fence.
was also released that year. That was a good one. Men in Black 3 is the movie that led me to thinking, I want another Men in Black movie, but only if they bring back,
Will
the
Smith
actual
and Tommy
Men in
Lee
Black.
Jones?
And then when Men in Black 4 fell through, I was like, okay, Men in Black 3 is the perfect ending. Like, the adventures continue.
And then, unfortunately, we got another movie with Tessa Thompson and Chris Hemsworth.
Like, Will Smith was actually working on a Men in Black movie. He was apparently working on the story for a Men in Black movie. And Tommy Lee Jones said, "Yeah, I'll do another movie," which is great because I want to see more of those two characters. There's, J and K. But they had a Men in Black 4, another Men in Black 4 screenplay. Then they were also planning on like a Men in Black Jump Street crossover, which I'd have been fine with. I didn't watch the 21 Jump Street movies, but the Jump Street movies, but I'd have been cool with that because Lord and Miller.
Are we no longer live?
No, we're still live. Lord and Miller were working on it, and they had a guy from they had James Bobin, who probably would have been a decent director on it. And James Bobin, he directed Muppets Most Wanted, The Muppets 2011, and he co-created Flight of the Conchords. He worked on the Ollie G Show, things like that, and that would have been perfectly fine, especially if they'd gotten Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones back, or hell, even just gotten Josh Brolin and Will Smith back.
But
then that film got canceled, and the Men in Black International movie was supposed to be something completely different. Got rewritten and hacked up in pre-production. Not even post-production. The way Amy Pascal and the rest of the Sony people didn't have the common courtesy to wait until after the movie was done, like they did with some films. No, they started hacking up this in pre-production, and so yeah, that's fun. Anyways, we're signing off. See y'all later. Bye.
Next week we will be seeing the Avengers. So we're no longer live. Alex?
Now we're no